Hello, folks. Welcome to this Wednesday night hangout, and it's titled "Winter Beers," and we're going to examine various winter beers. And so far, I'm being joined by Michael Komaroff in New York City, and Bumpy Road Brewery Jesse in New Hampshire, and John Anile in Georgia, and I'm in Louisiana. Louisiana Winter Beer Reviews.
There's a stool here for you.
We're going to be joined by Michael's sister's boyfriend, but
my daughter.
Wait. It's not his sister's boyfriend.
Hi.
Daughter's boyfriend. Hello.
Name's Chris. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Chris, hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
He's live on the air. Now, I have a beer from Texas, Houston, Texas. Texas is like a whole other country. And it used to be a whole other country. This is Karbach Brewing Company's You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. You say, well, that's a Christmas beer. Christmas is over. Oh, no. Today is the 8th day in the octave of Christmas. There's 12 days of Christmas. Today is day 8. And Christmas doesn't actually end until 12th night, Sunday, and that's when Carnival begins. So this beer is sold from October to December. It says it's best enjoyed by February 4th, 2020. Well, this is clearly earlier than February 4th. And this beer is 5.6% alcohol. And it's 18 IBUs. It's made with 2-row medium and dark crystal malt, roasted and biscuit malts, and spalt hops. And we drank some of this stuff last year in December. No, last year, December 2018. At the brewery in Texas, David Garlapete and myself, and we had a good time over there. They had a good tour. There's a drunken one.
So, Chris, those are all the people who are watching that you see with the comments.
Oh yeah, definitely. Love that. Cheers.
Now, Michael, you and your guest have what tonight?
Okay, this is from Samuel Smith's in Tadcaster, England, called their Winter Welcome Ale at 6%. And I think they make this every winter. I think it's a regular seasonal that comes out every winter. And this is the latest version. There's no date on it, but this is from this year. And I don't think they ever change the bottle. It's always the same.
No, not too much. I think this is what, the 30th anniversary of it?
I think it's been out for 30 years. And, they talk about their well that they have, which is deep into the ground, which provides this fresh water source, which makes their beer taste good. They're in Yorkshire region of England. And I've had several of their beers and high quality stuff for sure.
Yeah, I love their stuff, and I love the Winter Welcome. I heard some people slagging on it and saying bad things, and I couldn't figure that out. I don't know what they're looking for. I can't understand that. Now, Bumpy Road Jesse, what do you have? You have a beer during winter. Okay.
I have a beer during winter. Well, I got Left Hand Brewing Company. They're out of Colorado, I believe, right? Yep, Colorado. And I have their Wake Up Dead Imperial Stout. And it's 10.2% ABV. Now, it's a winter beer because it has, on their tasting notes, it talks about all these things that you're going to get in wintertime with like raisins. So you might have like some nice, raisin oatmeal cookies, black licorice. That's pretty popular in the wintertime as a gift and stuff. Dark chocolates and coffee. Plus, if you happen to fall asleep outside in wintertime, you very well might wake up dead.
Right. Wake up dead. Wake up. Wake up dead. Wake up. Okay. Well, it actually is a winter type beer. Now, John Anile has the most extraordinary offering tonight, I do believe.
All right. So Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, Missouri. They make some great barrel-aged stuff. This is their Brandyland. It is a spiced imperial stout aged in apple brandy barrels. It is a winter limited time release. It clocks in at 12.4% alcohol and 32 IBUs. This bottle was bottled on November 11th of 2020.
November of when?
November 11th, 2020.
2020? Oh,
I mean, no,
in the future?
I'm sorry. It's my mistake. It says, please enjoy by November 11th, 2020.
I was about to say that beer is even more remarkable than I believe because they went into
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. So the shelf life on this, and honestly, the shelf life on this is probably a lot more than what they're giving it credit for. You could cellar this for a few years at 12.4%, and I think you'd be fine.
I think you're right. And what's the ABV again?
12.4.
Whoa, you better not
Getting up there.
eat the whole thing, man.
And it is a pretty beer in the glass there.
It is. Okay, now I'm gonna give a rundown of mine's, and we'll see who else joins, if anybody. I would have joined Alex's extravaganza today, New Year's thing, but you know what? I was at work all day. That's how I spent my New Year's Day at work. And then I came home and watched some of the football game, and that was very interesting. Seeing Minnesota win. All right, now you'll shoot your eye out. They make it in cans and bottles, but usually you see the cans, and it's on draft. We had it on draft at the brewery. We had so many of these different beers at the Karbach Brewery. We were just having a good time. All right, now you can see it's a red ale now. Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? It's a red ale, and it had a decent little head. It kind of dissipated. It got some nice little lacing on the nose. Faint malt. It really isn't too aromatic, but maybe it's too cold. I don't know. The flavor. It's going to be about 57 degrees overnight in Louisiana tonight, y'all. People are saying, "Oh wow." It's a typical red ale. I mean, you get those tannic malt. It's a mild bitterness. I mean, after what did I say, 18? It's decent. ABV 5.6 has nice body. The finish is pretty dry. If you like other red ales like Murphy's Irish Red Ale, used to be called Lady Wells Red Ale, or if you like Smithwick's, which I love, or even George Killian's Irish Red Lager, that's a lager in the United States. You might like this, but this has no adjuncts, no corn or rice. So I think it's really nice, and I only paid $1.69 for the can. So I'm pleased. So Michael Komaroff's gonna.
Okay, so this is what it looks like in the glass. The head is gone down a little bit, but it's still there, and it's clear amber kind of look to it. Let me give it a. The nose is kind of like a caramel kind of. You're getting some of the malt sweetness. And give it a taste. Okay, you're getting that same kind of toffee, kind of caramel taste as well. You can taste the malts in here too. Chris got a little bit of a piney kind of vibe. I'm not really getting that, but everybody's taste buds are different. It's it's consistent for an English kind of lager kind of feel to it.
I would definitely have to agree with that. Yeah.
Easy drinking for 6%. I actually like it. I'll be back with my number later.
How about your guest?
Chris, you have anything else to say about it?
Definitely seasonal all around. Again, I have to agree with the malt. It's a hint of malt sweetness, but again, yeah, like not too bad. I would definitely find it enjoyable. Not too bitter. Yeah, I think it was a really great drink, actually. Very light, very easygoing too. Really good.
Yeah, bitterness isn't going to play much of a factor in that beer. It's just going to be malty and sweet, but not too sweet. A little spicy and delicioso.
Oh, definitely. It's very easygoing. Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Now, Bumpy Road Brewery.
All right, on this one, I mean, it looks similar to the way John's looked. It's a imperial stout, so you get the nice dark head on it.
Love it.
Very dark body. If I hold it up, I get kind of more brownish hues on this one.
Sure.
So very dark brown at least. The aromas, it's mostly the raisin and like black licorice notes. The very faint hint of coffee in there. I'm not really picking up on the dark chocolate like they mentioned on the thing. I haven't tried it yet, so it might be in the flavor more. Probably adding to like a bitterness in there. All right, first week. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers, Bobby.
I get roasted barley is the first note I actually pick up on. A lot of like of that dark chocolate is in the flavor. There's a bitterness at the tail end of this as well. It's not like so high on the bitterness that it's disgusting or anything. It kind of it blends in real well, but it's noticeable and does linger on. The mouthfeel on this, it's very smooth. Seems to have a nice, rich, full body to it. I'm not really getting a coffee note per se in this one, which I appreciate because I'm not like a huge coffee fan. If it's like going to be like a black coffee, I like very sweet coffee. So for there to be really no presence of coffee in it at all, I'm happy with that. But yeah, a little bit of the dark chocolate and kind of like a dark fruit note at the end, the bitterness. That's what
Is
I'm
the
getting.
alcohol masked? Can you taste the 10%?
No, it was a slight warming in the chest, but I cannot actually taste the alcohol in the flavor beer. So it's masked, but yeah, my ears are getting a little bit warm. A little bit of that warmness right in this area as well. So it's there.
I've had that beer and I loved it. Dang, that's bad if you're getting those kind of allergies. We haven't seen the KBS Espressos. Ronnie says.
Oh, and because Ronnie was asking what beer I was drinking. It's the Left Hand Brewing Company's Wake Up Dead Imperial Stout.
Okay.
And Michael mentioned his the water that they use for the winter warmer there from Samuel Smith. They actually mentioned the water in this too. It says Rocky Mountain water.
Rocky Mountain water.
Mountain.
I was drinking some Mississippi River water today.
Mud water.
Yeah, but it's filtered. It was filtered. Hey, there's John Haley from Georgia. Beer reviews.
All right. So the Brandyland, it poured pretty much a black appearance. I can't see any color through it when I hold it up to the light. It poured initially with about 1.5 fingers worth of a dark tan head. You can see a little bit sticking around. I haven't dived into it yet, so it's sticking around quite nicely. Nice creamy looking little thin layer of head there. The aroma, the first thing I'm getting is the apple brandy. I'm definitely picking up on apples. Smells very sweet. Once you get through that, you start to pick up on the chocolate notes in the roast. I'm definitely getting some dark chocolate. The roasty, toasty notes are coming through nicely on the aroma as well. Some toasted bread notes. A little bit of cinnamon as well. It does say that this is a spiced imperial stout. It doesn't say on the label what the spices are, but I'm definitely picking up on cinnamon. When you think of apples and cinnamon together, I mean, that's just a good combination. And that's exactly what I'm getting on the aroma with this one. It doesn't really smell boozy. It is aged in the apple brandy barrels. I'm picking up on the apples, but it doesn't smell like a high alcohol beer. 12.4% is definitely not coming through on the nose. So let's go ahead and get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Apples, cinnamon, leads into a nice darkly toasted bread note in the middle of the sip. Some very good bready notes with this one. Dark chocolate notes are coming through very nicely. There is a little bit of barrel presence as well. I'm getting some woody notes with this. And it is warming going down. That 12.4%, although it's not super boozy, you can tell that this is a higher ABV beer the more you sip on it, because it does have that warming effect going down, which is perfect type of beer to drink in the winter when it's cold outside. This is a great winter warmer. Not really getting any other spices really, other than I'm definitely getting the cinnamon to go along with the apple brandy notes and the barrel presence, but I'm not really picking up on like getting nutmeg or ginger or anything else. My guess would be that it's just got the cinnamon in it, but I'd have to do a little bit more research to see if there's anything else in there, in here. It's a damn good beer. It's got all the notes that you want out of a stout, the dark chocolate, the roasty, toasty notes, and then the apple, that cinnamon apple thing really complements the other flavors in the beer that I'm getting. And look at that head just sticking around.
Yeah.
I mean, it is such a pretty beer, and it tastes really good. This is going to get very high marks for me. I'll keep sipping on it and come back around. But, I mean, this is another winner from Boulevard Brewing, and every one of their barrel-aged beers that I've had, I have been very pleased with. This one's no exception. So, there you go. Cheers, guys.
And I think that Brandy Land's such a fine stout. What a good ale it would be. All right.
You would like it for sure.
And I also love the Wake Up Dead, Wake Up. I had it before and I loved it. And I love the Winter Welcome.
That's a good beer. I usually buy that every year, that Winter Welcome. It's a good, easy drinking winter beer for sure. Michael made a good choice.
Oh, what? You didn't finish it? No, I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
surprised.
said something about the CBS?
I'm surprised that didn't like it.
Yeah, he didn't finish his glass last year. I said, ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Commerce Ozzy.
You're talking about all the beers they had.
Yeah, totally.
No.
It's quite a lineup.
Eric Fraunfelter Felter got one for Christmas. I think he did a review or talk. I'm pretty sure he had one.
No, but today I did have some Church's Megabytes Buttermilk Ranch. Megabytes.
I don't know. That sounds good. I'm assuming it's chicken.
Yeah. White
Coming
meat.
from Churches.
Yeah, Megabytes. It was only,
Megabyte.
it was $3. It wasn't worth the money, but I mean, I wanted to try it. And I had a honey butter biscuit with it. Okay, now get ready. Here comes my score.
That's the way to be.
I think it tastes really good. I like it. There's no off notes or off flavors. Here's how some people rate a beer. They'll say, well, I'm not going to give it a high score because I don't think red ales are a good style. Makes sense. Right? Okay. If you don't like red ales, guess what? I got an idea. Don't drink them.
Very true. Very
And
true.
never refer to them again for the rest of your life. But I do like red ales. And hold on, I'm going to mute somebody because there's a lot of background noise. Nothing personal right now. All right. I think that solved the issue. No, it didn't. Let me try something else. I think I get it. Let's see what's happening. Oh, John, that was it, John. There was some backwash, audio backwash. Now, hey, that's the internet. Hey, I'm going to say 94. I like it. It's a red ale. Deal with it. If you're not careful with it, you'll shoot your eye out. 1 is good. 2 is fine. 3 could be a problem. I'm only drinking 1, and that's going to be it for the night. So I'm saying 94, most excellent. Some people got a problem with Karbach because of who bought them. Oh, well, it doesn't matter to me. If it tastes good, that's what I care about. Now, how do you two guys score it? Michael?
Well, I'm going to give it a 90, straight 90, which is an A- in my scoring. I can't find any flaws in it. It's definitely a very good beer, and I would definitely buy it again. Chris is going to give you his score too.
I would say I would give it about an 85. Definitely well drinkable. I just maybe like the carbonation, what I feel like was just a little more dapper. But again, I like it. It's a very smooth beer, but really, 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 really good taste.
So Chris gives it a what?
85.
85.
I thought that's what he said, and Michael gives it a
90.
90. Okay, I thought so, but I want to be sure. Okay, 85 and 90. Okay, that comes down about 87 and a half. So y'all both think it's a good beer. Can't complain about that. Wow, Commerce Lucky Cat, you are the Nitro CBS boozy milkshake. I never had the Nitro CBS. I did have the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and I liked it, but I didn't see what the whole hullabaloo was. It tasted like a chicken sandwich, I don't know what people thought it was. Now,
Was that a picture of the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Because it didn't look like it.
No.
Looked like French fries and hamburger and onions and pizza.
What picture?
The one 47th Street there.
Oh, that was just his avatar.
I know. So for this one, for the Wake Up Dead,
You're a funny guy.
I'm going to give this a 92 out of 100. It's just, I think the aroma notes were real nice. I was really hoping for that black licorice to kind of come through more in the flavor. It was more just that dark chocolate note in the flavor, a little bit of that fruity, dark fruit flavor to finish it up. Like I said, excellent mouthfeel though. So
92. I know my score was higher, but it's been years since I've had the thing.
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore. Zaxby's. There is a Zaxby's in a different town, not in my town, but I was thinking about trying it one day. It's on U.S. Highway 51. Need to try the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I think you do because, yeah, the feud died down, and I'm glad it's going too. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is very good. The Crispy Crunchy rivals Chick-fil-A, and the Popeyes is good, and it's only $3.99 plus tax. So it fills me up. $3.99 plus tax, and I was stuffed for a number of hours. I guess somebody's been drinking. All right, or sniffing some some Colombian, you know what I mean, powder or whatever. All right, now John and Nearly.
All right. Well, this is a winner from Boulevard. The apple cinnamon notes are beautiful. The dark chocolate and the roast with this is really nice. It is slightly boozy from being aged in those apple brandy barrels, but it's the best kind of boozy you could ask for. A perfect winter warmer type beer. It'll get you going. It's a 97 for me. 97 out of 100.
Yeah.
Getting up there towards A plus. I mean, it was, what was it? $10.99 for the 4-pack, which for a barrel aged 12.4% Imperial Stout, I don't think you're going to find a much better deal on the market. And that creamy little head is sticking around. I mean, it's just a delightful beer. So 97 out of 100. If you gave it a 98, 99, I wouldn't argue with you. It's delightful.
I believe that, and I bet I would love to try that beer. Well, folks, if you ever want to join us in the alcohol hangouts, beer, wine, and liquor, we have a group called Alcohol Eggs, and people are forever, all day long, posting, well, guess what? Stuff about beer, wine, and liquor, mostly beer. And they're saying, I tried this, I tried that. People will make comments like, oh, I wish I could try it, meaning that's me usually saying that. And then other people saying, oh, yeah, that's a really good beer. I had it one time, blah, blah, blah. So if you're into that kind of thing, you could join Alcohol Eggs. If that sounds dull as dishwater to you, then you probably wouldn't like the group. All right. Let's see, a few more comments. You might be, but there's other people out there that dislike it. Yeah, go ahead and join. I'll add people every morning. Unless I think they're spammers, then I don't add them. You know, you got these people, they don't look like legitimate candidates for the group. Hello to you, SK Reviewer.
I'm making venison, doesn't want it to dry out. If you have any tips for him.
I'm not a big fan of that kind of meat, but my uncle used to go hunting. He still goes hunting all the time for that.
Maybe resting it would help. That usually with most meats, that's true.
Michael, do you hunt deer a lot?
Do not. There aren't too many rolling around on the streets of Brooklyn. So, I mean, upstate New York, I'm sure there are deer. I mean, it's
and probably even on Long Island out there in the country part, but there's not much rural areas left.
I don't think there's any hunting on Long Island, though. You'd have to go upstate.
Oh, okay. All right.
There probably are deer on Long Island too. You're probably right, but I don't think you're allowed to, take a shotgun and go out and get them or anything like that. So
yeah,
upstate for sure, and upstate is only an hour and a half. If you went straight north of here and into those counties up there, I'm sure there's hunting season during part of the year, and you can.
Definitely.
Sand Beach. I'd recommend St. Bernardus Tripel.
Yeah, I would recommend St. Bernardus. The Quadruple, the Abbott Ale, and I would recommend Chimay Grand Reserve.
What's the rats taste good mean?
I guess he might be having he's probably having a nervous breakdown and he's making comments.
Okay. It is the 1st of January. Maybe people are tying one on today.
Coming down off the Coke and everything. Hey, and I'm not talking about Coca-Cola. Anyway, that's it. We did winter beers. Then next month, Ronnie says, let Bumpy talk. Okay, Bumpy.
What?
Bumpy, you have anything to say?
Oh, I was just going, hooray. We did the winter beers, hooray.
We did it.
Funky cheese
in Chimay Blue. That's interesting. I've had that before and didn't get any funky cheese, but I guess, to each his own.
It would pair well with some nice funky cheese, I think. But
I agree with that.
I wasn't getting any of that in the beer itself. So
Chimay Blue with blue cheese.
Sounds like something you could try.
I was thinking about buying Limburger cheese today. Okay. Le Fin du Monde is good. Oh, yeah.
a Belgian beer out of Canada, believe it or not.
I believe it since I bought it.
Well, yeah, I know you know. You know, a lot of people. The first time I had it, I thought it was a legitimate Belgian beer. I thought it came out of Belgium, but no, it does not.
From Quebec.
That's right.
Provence, Quebec. Hey, I was thinking about buying a Limburger. I have a gift certificate for $15. That ain't much money, but I think I might buy this Grant's. It's called Grant's blended Scotch whiskey. It's been on the market a long time, but I never had it. I know James P. Madonna's always talking about it. And
Oh yeah, the red label has kind of got that weird, almost triangular shaped bottle. Yeah.
Okay, this is where I get John Anile's advice. All right. They have the regular size bottle. You know, the regular size bottle for $15.99 on sale at Mathern's. Then they got the 1,750. So you're getting the same size bottle plus 1,000 extra milliliters, right?
Right.
For $26.99. My thinking is it might be a better deal to get the $26.99 1.75 liter. I've turned in the gift card. Now I've dropped $15 off of it. And I'm only in for about 11, 12, 13 bucks. What do you think?
I think you already know the answer to the question that you just said. Yeah, I would go with the bigger bottle.
Yeah, I think I will. Glass bottle. And I've heard
from what I've heard, it's a good product. So you'll have a little bit extra to share with family and friends.
They won't drink
and
it.
for taste challenges, most importantly.
That's the goal, because the family and friends won't drink it. Well, maybe David Garlicky would. Who's got the after party? I got an after party, Ronnie. It's called Get in My Bed and Go Watch Football and Go to Sleep.
Yeah, I can get the Duvel. I'll get that. I'll do it on my channel.
Well, Michael, are you still down for the KBS thing after this?
Yes.
Okay, so the after party, if anybody's interested in watching or joining, if you have the KBS Espresso, Michael and I are going to examine the new KBS Espresso.
Hold on a minute. Where did y'all get that? Because I don't see it around here.
We don't have it.
It was not easy. It wasn't even on the shelf at the store that I went to. I go to this place all the time. They know me by name. I asked about it, and the guy went to the back and he grabbed me 2 bottles, and that's what happened.
And what was the price?
$5.99 a bottle for a 12-ounce bottle. And he would only sell me 2. I would have bought a 4-pack, but he was allocating it. He said, well, we technically aren't even supposed to sell this yet. So he said I could sell you 2. So I bought 2.
And I got mine at the food co-op for $5.55, which is the same price that the KBS was.
I like that price.
And the CBS was too in the 12-ounce bottles this year.
Well, Sand Beach, in about, 3 or 4 minutes, they're going to do this, and you can watch it, and I won't because I can't get it, and I don't want to sit there and be suffering for a video.
You can watch it later when you'll be able to find it. It's going to be one of those things that pretty much everybody's going to be able to get at a certain point. It's just I got lucky this time because the CBS or the KBS for last year? I can't remember which one. It was so hard to find, and I didn't think I was going to even get to try it, but I finally found a couple bottles. So I think it was the KBS, the 2018 KBS, or I guess no, the 2019 KBS. I think was the one that I had a really hard time finding. So,
John, tell Commerce Ozzy you can send him a link if you want to watch it.
What channel? It's on. If you just type in Georgia Beer Reviews, that's my channel. It'd be easier than spelling out my last name. That's where we're doing it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Where is Sand Beach out of? You know who he is?
No.
I've never seen him comment on.
First time I've seen it. That's why.
Yeah.
A lot of people use aliases, so a lot of times it's people we do know, but they for whatever reason use these strange aliases.
So, some people might, work for the CIA or the FBI.
Arizona.
They reveal their true identity to us.
Right.
Arizona, okay.
Homeland Security, whatever. Now, I don't think I'm going to do Fandango Friday this week due to other unrelated issues, but I could perhaps tomorrow night do Thundering Thursday, say 7 o'clock Eastern, and then go for an hour, but I'd have to do a hard finish. I have a new gold rum I could taste challenge with Bacardi Gold. So if anybody's interested in that, John Neely is still trying to fight off this residual.
Well, I just got this cough, and so I keep having to mute myself.
I've had that last a month after having a cold. Damn.
I could tell I've got congestion and stuff. Like I want to cough it up, but I have a non-productive cough, so my cough is not doing me any good right now. So I'm trying to I'll take some more NyQuil tonight, just try to break it up so I can get it out of my system. But thankfully, I can taste again. I can smell and I can taste. So as long as I can taste my beer, I'm happy.
It's January 1st. You'll probably be A-okay by February 1st.
I would hope so.
Now, so let's say ABS Espresso coming up in within moments. Tomorrow night.
Stout Sunday also. Stout Sunday this Sunday.
Yeah, Thunder and Thursday is provisional, but more than likely Stout Sunday on Sunday, naturally. And now, David, thanks for joining us.
And cheers.
So guys, gentlemen, thank you for having me. Much appreciated. And again,
Was it David or Chris? I'm sorry. I thought it was
Chris, sorry, yes.
Chris, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
I figured he got it wrong because he wasn't responding to David. So I was like, I don't think that's his name.
It was definitely a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you for
I'm starting to fade out because I woke up at 2:45, so it's starting to.
That'll do it, David. Yeah. And you work on New Year's Day.
I worked 8 hours on New Year's Day, so that was really delightful. I'm sorry, Chris.
No worries, man.
And you can always join us if you want on your own channel. You don't have to be at a visitor's. You don't have to be visiting. Yes, Ronnie, Dawn Busters tomorrow. We got Canadian whiskey. We got the Northern Lights. Yay, the Northern Lights versus Black Velvet. Boo, boo. Yes, I am prejudiced.
Hey, come on.
I am prejudiced against it, and I am prejudging it because of my past experience of hating it.
I like the Black Velvet, so
That's why we are not friends. And
that's why we are we hang out on the internet just to spite each other.
That's pretty much the truth. All right, now, well, we can't keep going on. They have another show to do, and it's very important because it's a beer that I can't get, and so it's all in my face. And now, Bumpy Road, any last comments?
No, thanks for having me on once again. It was nice meeting Chris there shortly. David was cool too.
Go ahead, and ridicule me because I'm tired. Go ahead, feel free.
No, it's good times. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
And January 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th, we're looking at wild cards. Wild cards, you all.
All right.
All right. So, Alex, the beer master, I want to see some more. Well, what do you call that? Beer-related material. Since you're a beer master. But not that I'm against food. I eat a lot of food every week because I need to eat. But Alex, I want to see some more beer reviews. Beer masters review beer. But
he does have some good ones coming up. He was showing some of the ones that he got for Christmas off to, I guess it was last night or I don't know. Last time we were hanging out, he was showing off some of the beers he got. So I know you've got them, Alex. Time to start cracking them open and reviewing them.
That's right.
Jay's
And
right. We'll do it.
secondly, and lastly, Gabe from Arizona asked me, could I please let him back in Beer Talk? And I said, okay, but wait, I got to think about it. I'll let you know tomorrow morning, January 2nd. But we cannot be having pancake photos, articles about a man who found a ball of yarn and traded it in for roller skates. You know, Beer Talk is about what? Let's think about this. Let me think. Beer. Okay, so 2 strikes, no big deal. You're still at the plate. 3 strikes, you're out. So you haven't even had a 3rd strike. So it's cool.
He has, to his credit, he has been showcasing a lot of beers lately on the other one, the A Beer Chat group. I've noticed he's been, like, he had an Old English High Gravity the other night, and then he was drinking some craft beer, and he was taking pictures of it and posting it on that other group. So, Gabe, if you're watching, as long as you do that on Beer Talk, you'll be fine.
Right. If you make beer the focus of Beer Talk, it's going to be okay. And Thomas Metal 75, Eric, demanded that I let Gabe come back in, and then he demanded that I kick him out. So I'm going to, more than likely, I'll let him back in, and then whatever demands Eric makes, I'll totally ignore those with great disregard. All right. But anyway, so y'all have a good KBS Espresso examination. And if I do watch the replay, it'll just be me thinking, that's really sad. I can't get it. All right.
Take care, Jay.
You too, Michael. And thanks for letting Chris come on. I'm sorry I got his name wrong.
No problem.
And if he doesn't feel too self-conscious about it, he can join in the future. All right. Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2020. And then in 2030, well, we'll get to that later. All right. And that's it.